again, class 662. Let's get going. Because in the last two classes, I've spent all my time with a few sentences and with vocabulary. We're going too slowly. I'm starting to go off on tangents and simply talking to you, telling jokes, talking about silly things, all right? Or maybe expanding too much on a specific topic. But it doesn't matter because it's good for your ear, listening to me speak to you. Let's finish this today, okay? Come on. Well, finish the book? No. Let's finish list 19 on page 143. Okay? Do you promise? I promise. We'll finish today. And we'll go on to a paragraph. An interesting paragraph, by the way. Well, a difficult paragraph. Contratar a empleados, to hire and to fire. To hire and to fire. Yo soy el jefe de contratación y despidos. I'm the hiring and firing manager. Really? Well, Richard, do you prefer? Would you rather hire or fire? It depends. Come on, come on, help me. Listen, I'll tell you the story. I'll tell you the story of the Chinese emperor. Do you know the story of the Chinese emperor, el emperador chino? No? Okay. Okay, the Chinese emperor had a prime minister, un vizir, let's say a vizier. Se dice vizir, no? In Spanish, a vizier, which is basically the prime minister. All right. And the emperor. And one day, the emperor felt bored. He said, and he called the vizier to his palace, and he says, listen, I have an idea. Ah, very well, sire. Si dice sire, como si señor añade una ere, sire, sire, sire. No, sir, sire. Yes, sire. I have an idea. Starting on Monday, let's divide the tasks. Yeah. I will delegate to you, and I'll assume some tasks. You do the punishing, and I will do the rewarding. Okay, usted castigará y yo premiará. So they'll divide. And the vizier says, very well, sire. Starting on Monday, I will punish. I will perform the punishing tasks, and you will perform the rewarding tasks. Very well. Okay. So starting that following Monday, everything started, and no problem. For 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and the empire was going very, very well. But the emperor started to get bored rewarding. And so he called the vizier to his palace and said, listen, this rewarding activity is fine, but it's a little bit boring. Let's switch. Starting next Monday, I'll do the punishing and you do the rewarding. And the vizier says, very well, sire. Okay, Monday I will start rewarding only, and you will take care of the punishing element. Very well. Okay, so the following Monday, the new system started. In 2 months, the emperor was dead, killed, and the vizier was emperor. Okay. ¿Cómo se dice moraleja? En inglés se dice siempre así, the moral of the story. Hay que añadir obligatoriamente of the story. The moral como moral. The moral of the story is, you can't, if you start soft, you can't get hard. It's very difficult, and it doesn't work. If you start soft, you have to stay soft. Now, if you get hard, sorry, you will never succeed. Now, if you start hard, you can get soft, and people love you. People love you. Oh, yeah. And that's the reason, which means this man on hiring and firing, well, which would you rather do, Richard, to hire or to fire? I would prefer to start by firing. I prefer to start with the dirty work, the hard work, the tough stuff, and be an SOB or to be a bad guy, and then you can soften up. And then people start, oh, yeah, I like him now. And suddenly people adore him. People were adoring the new emperor because he was rewarding people. I said, wow, suddenly he's nice. I remember my coach in the last year of high school. High school is la bachillerato, secundaria, final de secundaria. High school. I was 18, and the coach for track and field, pista y campo es atletismo, de correr y pertiga y todo, that's track and field. And this coach was a real son of a bitch. He was tough. Un hijo de su madre. He was, but he was a good coach, but he was very hard. And I remember when I won an important race, he always came up to me and shook my hand, and he was really happy. And so I was ready to do anything, for him. Even though he was a tough boss, a tough coach, let's say, I was willing to go to Antarctica for him. And I was the Oklahoma champion in the 400 meters that year. De institutos, okay. So 440 yardas lisas, all right, I was a champion. In part thanks to that guy. All right, in part. In part thanks to my own perseverance and my own focus, of course. But he was a positive element in the final outcome. In the final what? In the final outcome. El desenlace final. Yeah. Final outcome. So he started hard, and then he became soft at certain moments. And so people appreciated him finally. All right. So, maltratar is to mistreat, but he didn't mistreat me. To treat is tratar. Maltratar, mistreat. To mistreat. Yes. To interpret, interpretar. Malinterpretar, misinterpret. Con M-I-S delante. Mistake is error. Pero take no es acierto. It's interesting, mistake. Misunderstand. Understand is entender. Misunderstand, malentender. Un malentendido, a misunderstanding. Yes. So we have here to mistreat. Yes. Don't mistreat yourself, please. Believe in yourself, but work hard. Don't mistreat yourself. Posponer or aplazar, to postpone. Postpone. Postpone, postponer. Pero la T es muda. We say postpone. En español sí posponer, la T ni está. Seguro que estaba hace 8 siglos. Postponer, postpone. Like obscuro, la B se ha perdido. Oscuro ahora. Okay, las oscuras golondrinas. To postpone. To postpone. To postpone is normally technical and formal. To postpone the meeting, fine. To put off is ir aplazando, porque a lo mejor no te apetece hacerlo mañana. That's to put off. All right, to put off. It's not good to put off things. We call that procrastination. Demostrar es to prove. Demuéstramelo. Prove it to me. Enseñado esto 1000 veces. To prove, I want proof. Pruebas. Proof en singular. Proofs. En plural son ejemplos de foto, proofs o algo. Las pruebas fotográficas, proofs. Proof, I want proof is I want evidence. Prove it to me. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. You have to prove it. You have to prove your worth. Tienes que demostrar tu valía. You have to prove your worth. Clasificar o valorar, to rate. Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, rate this class. You understand? 4? Come on. All right? This class is a 10, all right, or a 9, all right? To rate is valorar clasificando. Bueno, en escala de 1 al 10, 9. All right, that's to rate. A rating, un rating, to rate. Rate escrito, to rate. All right, arrepentirse is to regret. I regret. Richard, do you have any regrets? No. I don't think so. No. I don't think about the past. Agua pasada no mueve molino, as you say. I don't think about the past. I don't have any regrets. If I went back and started again, Dios me libre, I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back and start again. It's too much work, you see. But if I had to go back, I would try to learn from my mistakes sooner. You understand? And not learn from my mistakes slowly. All right. But I don't regret anything. You know, maybe I regret, I'm a late bloomer. Everybody in my family is a late bloomer. To bloom is florecer, como una flor. Un tardío florecedor. Okay, a late bloomer. Quiere que realices tu potencial más tarde que los demás. All right, and my daughter is the same. My son is the same. Late bloomers and things. And so I was reluctant at certain moments to do something, to move forward. 10 years later, I wasn't reluctant. Reluctant es reacio a hacerlo, con cierto miedo. But 10 years before, I was reluctant, and it was false. I should have done it, you see. A lot of people are afraid or reluctant. And so maybe that's what I regret. To regret, really to say, me arrepiento de haberlo hecho. I regret having done it. I regret having, me arrepiento de haberlo hecho. I regret having done it. Sin embargo, decimos, I'm sorry I did it. Siento lo hice. O sea, siento haberlo hecho. Lamento haberlo hecho. I'm sorry I did it. I'm sorry I did it. It was a mistake. I shouldn't have done it. I wish I hadn't done it, but now it's too late. I wish I hadn't done it. Now I realize that I shouldn't have done it. Yes. And I'm sorry I did it. I regret having done it. All right. So, 4 ways of saying things. Ahora, arrepentirse del arrepentimiento religioso is to repent. To repent. That's religious. To repent. Y lamento haberlo hecho. Me arrepiento de haberlo hecho. We don't say lament. The verb to lament exists, but we don't use it. Lamentations is a book from the Old Testament, del Viejo Testamento. Lamentaciones, ¿sí? I don't know. Lamentations, all right. But in any case, I don't regret anything because basically I've enjoyed life. I've enjoyed living every moment, every period of my life. So you don't regret having fun. You don't regret enjoying things. Richard, do you regret getting married, having gotten married? No. Do you regret having a family? No way. No way es para nada. Do you regret starting teaching English? No. No. I think I would have been successful in anything. It doesn't matter. It could be teaching English. It could be making pencils. It could be in politics. Dios me libre. It could be anything. I don't know. But I don't regret becoming an English teacher. It was by accident. It was by accident. It wasn't my plan to become an English teacher, but that's life. John Lennon, recuerda lo que dijo Lennon. John Lennon is life is what happens to you while you're making other plans. You understand? La vida es lo que te pasa mientras estás haciendo otros planes. Okay, you see. So you're making plans and life takes place. And you live a long life, but you're always making other plans. All right? And so sometimes you can control life, but not always. Soy yo y mi circunstancia. All right. Satisfacer is to satisfy. Yes. To satisfy. Customer satisfaction. Yeah, satisfacción del cliente. The customer experience, a satisfied customer. We have to satisfy our customers. We have to satisfy their needs. Satisfacer sus necesidades. We have to satisfy their needs. No decimos aquí necessities. Necessities, necesidades. There are two words in English for necesidades. Necessities and needs. Now, necessities we only use necessities for the basic necessities. Food, clothing, and shelter. Comida, cobijo, y prendas, o sea, ropa. For protection from the elements. Those are the basic necessities. The rest is needs. For example, tener, amistad con alguien. Those are needs. We have needs. The customer has needs. You have your needs. You need to improve your English. And I need to satisfy your needs. To satisfy or to meet. Otra vez con encontrar. I have to meet your needs. All right? That's my job, is to satisfy your needs. But you need to help yourself as well. God helps those who help themselves. God helps those who help themselves. Dice, ayuda a los que se ayuden a sí mismos, que sepan ayudarse a sí mismos. Okay, a Dios rogando, pero con el mazo dando. You have these expressions in Spanish. Pray. Yeah, I recommend it. Pray, but don't stop rowing, okay? Because the more you row, the more likely it is that your prayers will be answered. All right. So satisfy. Rizar el rizo, to split hairs. Oh. Rizar el rizo means ir hasta un extremo ya poco útil. That's to split hairs. Y con este cuchillo. There's one hair. You understand? To split is partir en dos. To split. And to take a hair is a waste of time. I mean, it's going too far. It's excessive. It's too much. All right? And so you say, estás rizando el rizo. You're splitting hairs. Come on. Split hairs. I like both expressions. The Spanish expression is very good. Rizar el rizo. But the English expression is very good too. All right, atar cabos sueltos. To tie loose ends. Ends to tie. Yeah. Loose. L-O-O. L-O-O-S-E. Loose is flojo. Tight. Tight. Loose. Okay? Tight and loose. Tight. Loose. Okay. To tighten. To loosen. All right. To tighten, to loosen. You're tight. To tighten and to loosen. Now to tie loose ends. End, no solo es el final. End, pero también es la terminación. Cabo, donde acaba. To tie loose ends. It's the same expression. Atar un cabos sueltos means, mira, antes de la reunión tengo que atar unos cabos aquí. So we have to tie some loose ends. To tie some loose ends. También la expresión to make ends meet, hacer que los cabos se unan y llegar a fin de mes económicamente. To make ends meet. All right, finally, we're going to finish this today. All right, alianza de bodas, a wedding ring. Wedding ring, wedding ring. Here comes the bride, here comes the bride. You know the song? Here comes the bride, big, fat, and wide. Who wrote that song? You know who wrote it? Mendelssohn, Felix Mendelssohn, a German composer. That's Mendelssohn, all right? It's a very good song, by the way. But they have taken it now and used it for the weddings. All right, the wedding march. All right. So, how much time do we have, Marta? All right, we have enough time for one paragraph. Paragraph number 153. Do you have your Do you have your book? Well, get it. You don't have your book. Get it. It's in your bedroom. Where are you now? You're in the living room. Well, go get your book. Go get your book. Fíjate cómo se dice. Vea por tu libro. You know, this one. Yeah. Fíjate cómo lo dice. Go get. Go and get. Es raro en inglés. Ve y coge tu libro o consigue tu libro. Go and get your book. Y lo decimos tan seguido que hasta el and lo quitamos. Go get your book. Go get your book. En español también es raro, ¿eh? Ve a por tu libro. You go to Latin America, a por. No, ve por tu libro. El a, porque pinta ahí. But here in Spain, it's always a por. A por ello, you say. Go for it, go for it. All right. So, do you have your book now? Okay, good. Paragraph 153. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Everything will turn out okay. Yeah, I've known him for quite some time. In fact, as a matter of fact, we're pretty good friends. I'll give him a ring later this afternoon and explain the situation to him. I'm sure he'll understand. He's not like you think he is. This is a conversation between two people concerning a third person. Don't worry about it. Everything will turn out okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry about it. No te preocupes. En español diríais, no te preocupes. Y ahí paráis. En inglés, no te preocupes acerca de ello. Don't worry about it. Y el about it tiene que ir. Well, don't worry. So don't worry. Okay. Don't worry about it. Es que ha pasado algo aquí. Something happened. And I'm speaking to a person who's worried. I'm worried. I said, no, don't worry about it. Everything will turn out, no? Todo saldrá bien. Everything will turn out okay. He's really worried. Poor guy. Come on. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Lo que manda en esta frasecita es la B de about. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Todo más. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Everything will turn out okay. I can see. Don't you think? Don't you agree with me? Yeah, he agrees. Marta agrees, right? You know, Marta and Manolín, they agree. All right, don't worry about it. Everything will turn out okay. Everything will turn out okay. I've known him, o sea, el tercero en discordia aquí. I've known him for quite some time. Yeah, le conozco desde hace bastante tiempo. I have known him for quite some time. Esta expresión curiosa, quite some time, es bastante tiempo. Quite some time. Memorízalo si quieres, but no tiene lógica gramatical. Quite some time. Bastante algún tiempo. Okay, fine. Quite some time. I've known him for quite some time. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Everything will turn out okay. I've known him for quite some time. As a matter of fact, de hecho, in fact, as a matter of fact, es lo mismo. As a matter of fact, we're pretty good friends. Bastante buenos amigos. Somos amigos bastante amigos, te diría en español. We're pretty good friends. Yeah, as a matter of fact, we're pretty good friends. I'll give him a ring. Ring. I'll give him a ring. I'll give him a call. I'm speaking to Blas. Blas is really worried. All right. I'll give him a ring later this afternoon, okay? Later this afternoon, más tarde esta tarde. I'll give him a ring later this afternoon and explain the situation to him, okay? I'm sure, ¿qué dice aquí? I'm sure he'll understand. He's not like you think he is. I mean, you think he's a difficult person. You think he's a hard boss. You think he's an ogre. Manolín, no, Blas cree que el jefe es un ogro. An ogre. He's not an ogre. I'm not an ogre, am I? No. He's not an ogre. Yeah. He's not like you think he is. He's not like you think he is. Think he is. Think he is. Think he is. He is not like you think that he is. No es como crees que es. He's not like you think he is. He's different. He's a nice guy. Don't worry. I'll call him later this afternoon and explain the situation to him. All right? In fact, in the next class, I will explain the situation to him again, and I will talk to you again in the next class because I'm running out of time. I'm running out of time. Marta's going to do the final countdown in just a few minutes, in just a few seconds. Don't worry about it. Everything will turn out okay. I've known him for quite some time. As a matter of fact, we're pretty good friends. I'll give him a ring later this afternoon and explain the situation to him, okay? But I'll tell you more tomorrow.